This is the first video in my Canadian NHL team's off-season review, and I'm going to start in Calgary with the Flames. I'm going to go over some of the moves I liked that the Flames made and some of the moves that I didn't like as much. And we're going to start in goal with the acquisition of Jacob Markstrom. The Calgary Flames signed him to a 6-year deal worth $6 million per season. Now, it became very clear to me that after the way the postseason went this year for the Flames, that they were going to go in a different direction from the David Rittich, Cam Talbot tandem that they saw this season. What better offseason to make a change in net than one where there were so many different starting goalies on the market, and the Flames chose to go with the most expensive one in Jacob Markstrom. Now, when I say the most expensive, I also mean the best quality goalie on the market. Markstrom was coveted by many teams, including the Oilers, the Flames, the Hurricanes, and of course his former team, the Vancouver Canucks. The Flames now don't have to worry about goaltending for at least the next 6 seasons. They acquired a top 10 goalie and one that should be a staple in this team for years to come. Overall, I really like the Markstrom addition for the Calgary Flames. They went out and they targeted an area of need, and they got the best available person on the market for the job. So kudos to the Flames. Their fans should be very excited about this pickup. Now, Flames GM Brad Treliving was in an interesting spot this offseason, and I think he went down a path that he definitely shouldn't have. The Flames went out and signed Tanev to a 4-year deal worth $4.5 million per season, and I don't think this is a contract that the Calgary Flames will like in the long term. It's not that I dislike Tanev, it's that I think you're paying for a player who is clearly on the decline. You're paying for what he was rather than what he is right now. In his prime, you saw one of the NHL's top scoring chance suppressing defensemen, but that just isn't the case anymore. I really like the leadership qualities that Tanev brings to the table, but there's only so much you can pay for those leadership qualities on the ice. I think otherwise Tanev will be a liability for this Flames team. I think we expected a pretty eventful offseason for Brad Treliving and the Calgary Flames, but besides free agency, nothing really has come to fruition on the trade front. There was a lot of speculation around Johnny Gaudreau and whether or not his future was indeed going to be with the Calgary Flames. And right now, signs are pointing to that being the case, but time will tell in that front. He still could be moved before the start of next season. Now, the Flames offseason didn't go without some key departures. They lost goalie Cam Talbot, defenseman TJ Brodie, and Travis Hamonic. But with that being said, I actually like this decision by the Calgary Flames. I think it's time to let some of the kids in your organization play more minutes, specifically Rasmus Anderson. I really like the capabilities of this player, and I think he's a future star in the National Hockey League. I also like the prospects of Juuso Välimäki on the back end for the Flames. He has a bit of an injury history, but I still expect big things from the Finnish defenseman. Overall, I'm going to give the Calgary Flames a B this offseason on what they've done so far. I do think there are more moves to be made for the Flames this offseason, but I really like the Markstrom signing in net, and I wasn't as high on the Tanev signing for their back end. That's it for me today from today's episode of Cook's Corner. Comment below whether or not you have liked the Calgary Flames offseason thus far and what you think they need to do to be a contender in the NHL once again. I'm Zach Cook. We'll see you later.